Hello you guys, my name is Nobu Kumalo. If it's your first time here, welcome to my channel and thank you for your time. And if you're coming back, thank you so much for your continued support and welcome back. You guys, thank you so much for your support in all my videos, for engaging with me. I have one little favor to ask of you. If you're watching, my videos and ads do pop up, please kindly watch the ads, because that's how I make a little bit of some bucks here and there to sustain the channel. I mean, look, I know ads can be boring, so like if an ad pops up, maybe stand up, go and grab a glass of water, or maybe, I don't know, check your email or something, but please just let the ads run until the next segment of the video, just to support my channel. And we are sitting at 3,300 and something subscribers, and I remember that a few weeks back I said we're on the road to 5k. So listen, if you're watching this video and you're not yet subscribed, please click the subscribe button. I promise you it's going to be worth your time, and it's completely free, so like you don't lose anything, but you actually contribute a lot to me by just clicking that subscribe button, because by doing that my channel grows. And if you like the videos as well, then YouTube will recommend my videos to more and more people, and we get to grow and we get to have a lot more impact than we already have. Now that that's out of the way, some of you may have noticed that the past couple of videos I have not been wearing spectacles. And I know in the past, like, I've had like videos where I don't wear spectacles, but I'm winging it and you can see that I'm squinting and I'm just fighting. But the reason why I have not been wearing spectacles in my past videos is because I actually don't wear spectacles anymore. You guys, I got laser eye surgery. I have wanted this for so long. Sometime last year I posted on my Instagram, I think I'll put a snippet here if I can find it, when I was like, I vowed to myself that my last prescription of spectacles would be my last one, and that the next time I'm due for spectacles I'm going to get laser eye surgery. Now before I go on my talk about my experience with laser eye surgery, I'm gonna try and explain laser eye surgery, but I think I'm gonna put a box up here so you guys read for yourself what it is. But basically it's a form of technology that is used nowadays where they use laser to correct vision. It can correct short-sightedness or long-sightedness or astigmatism, which is what I had. So astigmatism is a condition whereby the shape of your eyeball is not the normal shape. I think your eyeball is supposed to be shaped like a baseball or something, but when you have astigmatism it's actually shaped like I've forgotten, but I'll put it down here. But yeah, that's what I had. But laser eye surgery cures all of that: astigmatism, long-sightedness and short-sightedness. So taking it a bit back, I started wearing spectacles in 2015 when I was in first year in uni. I didn't even have any eye problems actually, but I'd been having like serious headaches for the longest of times, and I kept going to my doctor at that time, and she'd say, maybe you're stressed, maybe it's school. So I kept telling her that, no, I promise you it's not school that's stressing me. And she's like, yeah, with law you guys read a lot, maybe the volumes of work. And I was like, you just don't get it. And at some point she put me on these mild antidepressants, not because I was depressed, no I was not, but because apparently they help with things like headaches and stuff. So I was on them for a while, but still, like, the headaches were still a bother, and I didn't want to be on antidepressants when I've actually not been diagnosed for that. So eventually she's like, maybe you should go and see the optometrist. And then that's when I went to Specsavers for an eye test, and then they discovered that I have astigmatism. So I actually started wearing spectacles in August of 2015. So this would have been 8 years this year. So somewhere along the line, particularly in 2021, around about July, when I went to get my frames, which I absolutely loved, they're so gorgeous, so sophisticated. Shortly after that, they started popping up a lot about laser eye surgery, LASIK surgery, laser eye surgery, get rid of spectacles, correct your eyes. I was like, I'm so curious about this. So remember I said this is 2021, so I slowly started reading about this laser eye surgery. What is it? What do they actually do? And I read up as much as I could, and I'm not even going to try and explain it here because I am not an optometrist or an ophthalmologist or anything that has to do with the eyes, so I will not do you justice. But if you are considering it, I would suggest that you go and visit those professionals to understand for yourself what it's about, rather than just taking it from me. So after reading about it for a while and researching on it, on how it works, and the chances of success or the chances of going blind, for say, which are almost close to zero, but with everything there's like a risk, I was like, you know what, I actually want to do this. So the next question was, okay, what will it cost me? Where will I get it done? So I think the first relatively relatable person that I saw who had it done was Ntokozo Zimbabwe in South Africa. And I love music, so I followed Ntokozo Zimbabwe for like years, and I used to wear glasses. And then so on her Instagram, she posted that she was no longer wearing glasses, and she posted her journey with the eye surgeon who did her surgery, and it was a place called SafeSight Laser Eye Clinic in Sandton, South Africa. So I started following those guys, like, to see how many people they do. And then I think the next people that I saw who did it was Dr. Musa Mtombeni and then his wife Lizel, and then there was Dr. Kanyile and her husband. And like, there are just so many prominent figures that did it there, but not just like influencer type people, because you know how you can't always trust what influencers say because it might not be true. But it was prominent figures, well-respected figures who are public figures, but also genuine people. Like, for example, the two doctors that I spoke about, they would not promote something, especially a medical service, that actually doesn't work. So that's, at that point I was like, you know what, if I'm ever going to do it, I know this is probably going to cost an arm and a leg, but I would rather do it with them. I trust doing it with them than to try and find my own backstreet people who can do it for me, and then it ends up being a botched job. So in May last year, I went down to South Africa and I got the test to see if I'm eligible, because sometimes you might not be eligible. I think particularly if your cornea is too thin, I think you might not be eligible. So I did the test in May last year, and they said, you're good to go, you're eligible to do it, and gave me the quote and everything. Then I came back to the UK and I was like, let me actually try and find out how much it costs to do it here in the UK, because maybe why travel to South Africa? I mean, I live in the UK now, it might just be better and easier, especially for like recovery and all that. So I started doing my research, and then I actually went for a checkup again here in the UK in February with the eye clinic that I thought I would want to do it at if I did it this side, and they quoted me just under £5,000 to do it. For context, £1 is generally about 20 Rand. So £5,000 would have meant that I was going to pay close to 100,000 Rand for the surgery. And at SafeSight, on the other hand, they had quoted me 30,000 Rand for both eyes, and then plus a consultation fee of 1,650. And then there's obviously medication that comes after that that costs just above 1,500. So I would say, all in all, SafeSight, it costs just under 34,000 to do the whole surgery. So now I was weighing 100,000, 34,000, yes, but 100,000, but it's here and recovery and all that. But at the same time, it's like, even if I flew the most expensive flight, okay, not the most expensive, but you get the point. Even if I book an expensive flight, book myself into a hotel and go to South Africa for a week, whatever, it will still not come to 100,000. So I did the cost benefit analysis, and I was like, I'm not going to pay 100,000 to do this surgery here in London, so I am going to do it in South Africa. So then I booked it for May this year, and after my trip in Seychelles, I flew straight to South Africa and I had my surgery done on the 8th of May. Now the surgery itself took about 10 minutes, like completely in terms of like prepping my eyes and starting the procedure and all that, took about 10 to 15 minutes max. And then in terms of the experience itself, so they put drops that had anesthetic in them, and then they clamped my eyes open, and then obviously I was laying down. I think I'm going to put a video here so you guys see what it was like. And then they told me to focus on some red light, and then I could hear like a buzzing sound, which is the laser beam. And then the laser beam like did its work for about a minute and 30 seconds each eye, and then after that the doctor like took like I just call it a swab because I don't know what else to call it, and it was like rubbing my eye, like cleaning it out, because obviously the laser would have there's some burning in it because it's laser, right? So it was cleaned out with antibiotic just to make sure that he would disinfect it clearly. And yeah, that's done with the one eye, then moved on to the next. So after they cleaned that, they then put a contact lens, a corneal contact lens, to help your cornea regrow and heal, right? So because they would have taken it out during the surgery, so they put the cornea and then a contact lens above it to help you heal. Then after that, they give you these goggles to block out light because you're super sensitive from light. So that was on Monday the 8th, and then I got meds for that, which are eye drops, and then painkillers. There was one prescription for painkillers, and then vitamin C, obviously, to see for your eyes. And then, yeah, I couldn't even look at my phone. My phone was too bright. I needed a dark room because any form of light was just too much to bear. So that was Monday evening, late afternoon, evening. Then Tuesday, I would say Tuesday, when the anesthetic started wearing off, the kind of pain that I felt, and I kept telling people that doesn't really feel like pain, but I guess that is the pain. I felt like I had salt in my eyes. That is how I can describe the pain. So it didn't feel like pins and needles or like I have cuts or bruises. It just felt like, you know, if you open your eyes maybe in salt water, or if you open your eyes in a pool and there's that stinging feeling, that's the kind of pain that I felt. But with the eye drops and the painkillers, honestly, it was very, very bearable. So that was Tuesday, and a bit of Wednesday, I was still quite sensitive to light. Then by Thursday, things were quite better, or much, much better. I could now like be on my phone. Just a bit dimmed, but I was still wearing the goggles, but I could now use my phone. Then Friday is actually the first day post-surgery when I left home, and I was not wearing goggles, and I went to the mall. I did my nails. I went to the mall to do some shopping with my best friend, and I was actually out and about and seeing. And on Friday afternoon, I then went for my checkup, which was supposed to be the next Monday, but because I had accidentally removed one of my lenses, I went to the doctor just to check. And when I went to the doctor on Friday, he was actually like, it's fine, looks like you're healing well, so we're just going to remove the other contact lens as well, so now you don't have to come back for your review on Monday, all is well. And then he told me to discontinue some drops and then to continue the other drops. And yeah, that was literally it. But I was still relatively sensitive to light. So I then got back to I left the South Africa on the next Monday, that's 1 week later, and I got back on Wednesday. I was back at work. But I think it was a bit too soon to be in front of a screen. So you see, a phone is different from like a computer screen. So on Wednesday, I really did struggle at work. I actually left work like at lunchtime. So I spent about a week working from home because with the goggles that I had, I could actually work. It's just that the screen light itself was a bit, off. So that was about the 17th of May. And today, when I'm recording this video, today is the 11th of June. And you guys, I can actually see. So for me to get to 20/20 vision, I think they say it's going to take about 3 months, but I can actually see. I think I'm 5 weeks post-op right now, and I can see right now. I'm sitting and I'm looking outside my balcony. I can read the things that are quite far. I do not need glasses at all for anything. I don't even know where I packed my glasses, but yeah, I do not need them at all. I can literally see. I do not have any pain in my eyes. I don't have light sensitivity anymore. I still am using some eye drops because one of the side effects for a few weeks is that your eyes will kind of feel dry, especially when you're looking at a screen, like a computer screen. So there are these eye drops that I use. Apart from those eye drops, guys, I actually can see, and you guys just don't know the burden that's been lifted off my shoulders. Like, doing this surgery for me is such a big liberation because I had wanted it for so long. So I did my research for 2 years, and because I felt like I came into this glasses and spectacles thing when I was already an adult, so it's not something that I had many or in my childhood to get used to. And I'd gotten to a point where I was so frustrated with always being so dependent on these things. And I honestly thank God, because God is the one who gives intelligence, and I thank God for the intelligence that He's given human beings to be able to use technology, to be able to use science to come up with such procedures that help people and change lives forever. There's so many people who've worn glasses since they were kids whose lives are being changed by laser surgery. And this is not a paid post by SafeSide. They don't even know me. They don't even know I'm on YouTube. But this is just my experience with laser eye surgery. And even the team and the surgeon at SafeSide, they were such a brilliant team, amazing customer service. They helped me through everything, helped me understand everything well. They were just a very brilliant team, and I would definitely recommend, if you want to do your surgery in South Africa, I would definitely recommend SafeSight at Sandton. So that's my journey with laser surgery. It has worked for me. Would I recommend? 100%. I'm only 6 weeks in, so I will probably do an update maybe a couple of months from now, just to let you know how I'm doing. But so far, no side effects. So far, I can see. So far, I am happy. So far, I'm trying to get used to my face without glasses anymore. But ultimately, so far, I am thankful to God also for, you know, enabling me to have the resources to get this done, because like you probably have seen, it's not a very cheap procedure, but it is doable. I think if you plan for it and you save for it, it is doable. Thank you for taking your time to watch my video. Please like, please share, please ask me any questions. If you have any questions about laser eye surgery, I'm very happy to help. But otherwise, thank you for your time as always. I will see you guys again next time. Goodbye.